Okay, so Jennifer Lopez, guys, is being dragged into the P. Diddy mess once again by her ex-husband, who has come out with some crazy statements accusing her of trying to sue Suge Knight, also for the fact that she tried to shut his documentary down and that she basically was a cheater. And the person that she was cheating with, very interesting. Hey guys, that's Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Subscribe, it's just one click, and let's get straight into the rest of this video, where we have Ohani, who's come out with another statement. Ohani, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. Either way, I do apologize, but I'm going to go with Ohani, which is probably wrong. And he has come out to state in a very lengthy Instagram post on Monday about how Jennifer Lopez and her racist mother, Guadalupe, sued him for plans to release a tape of the couple, which he insisted did not exist. So he basically was set to make a documentary about his own life. I'm going to give you a, conclusion of these 10 to 20 Instagram story statements. He was set to make a documentary about his life, not about Jennifer Lopez, but he was using home movies of both of them together. As soon as J-Lo caught wind of her ex Ohani doing this, she immediately sued him for 10 million, basically putting his documentary to a stop. Then she withdrew the case a couple of years later, and he is stating that she did this because there basically was a lack of proof for what she was trying to accuse him for, which is why she sent him the 10 million lawsuit. Really and truly, she wanted just to stop any kind of production coming out of both of them together. She did not want him to basically go off on that. The actor, an ex-husband, has shared images of a court declaration from 2001 in which Jennifer Lopez sued Suge Knight and attempted to gain a restraining order for buying and threatening to release a sex tape of her, whilst he also echoed that she, apparently, he's stating, was cheating on him with P. Diddy. So this was the beginning of the relationship, and that while that she was doing this with Diddy, she was still with that man, Ohani, and of course he's really upset and pissed off with it. Jennifer and Ohani married a year after they met, and they tied the knot and then split up just 11 months later. In 2009, a judge banned the release of the private footage of the star, which Ohani insisted was not sexual. Judge James blocked him from distributing the footage of the star, saying they may not publish it anywhere. If they do, they go to jail. In his Instagram post, he wrote, "In 2009, I was working on a documentary based on my life in Cuba, the struggles, how I met J-Lo, being in love, the engagement, the wedding, the divorce, after divorce life, and etc. J-Lo finds out and she sues me. She claims that I was going to ruin her life, that I was going to damage her career. Bullshit, false statements," he states. "When we go to court, the judge asked them to prove those claims. J-Lo couldn't even do that. She couldn't prove any of these claims that came up in court, and therefore the case was eventually withdrawn, and that this was done in order to basically mess with me. Even her racist mom, Guadalupe, the worst mother-in-law I've ever had, she alleged that I have put recording cameras around the house for the purpose of recording ourselves being intimate. This wasn't true. This was damaging allegations. I was angry, upset. Every time we went for court, I can see that they were trying to hurt me, to damage my name, false allegations. Every single time in court, I always told the judge that they were lying, that they were falsely accusing me wrongdoing. This went on, and they never came out with any evidence at all. And they always make some lies, false statements, and 1,000-page motions to the point that the judge would turn them down. This went on for months, years, to the point that J-Lo even tried to put me in jail. She was now accusing me of a criminal. She was doing anything malicious towards me. I told the judge to please send me to jail. These people are liars. She's a liar and a malicious person. This went on for another year, to the point that the judge got tired of the whole false claim and dismissed J-Lo's case. The judge ordered us to do discovery and allow me to take the depositions of J-Lo, her mum, and others, but they refused. They didn't want us to go. Instead, they began delaying the case. The judge then ordered us to have private viewing of the tapes, the home movie tapes. In this viewing, they said that this is so boring. We know you don't have any tapes, but we want to keep on charging her more money. I was so angry and upset that I wanted to punch this attorney's face. So after 5 years, they finally admitted to the judge that I didn't have a tape. And because they didn't want us to do deposition and discovery of J-Lo, they filed a dismissal of the entire case. Fast forward to Diddy's case, the freak-off parties. As the Diddy case went on, some people came forward making allegations of an existing tape of J-Lo. She was cheating on me with Diddy. We got divorced 99, almost 2000, and so she went on to date Diddy. So he again stating that she was cheating. So apparently there's a tape of J-Lo out there. There's even a case, J-Lo versus Suge Knight, regarding tapes. There's even newspapers, magazines, publications of J-Lo tapes going around. So for almost 5 years, she damaged my name, my persona, by lying, making up false and malicious BS against me. She accused me of wrongdoing. She even tried to put me in jail. It shows you who she really is. And, you know, he showing now legal documents of basically J-Lo against Suge Knight, basically coming for him and saying that whatever tapes that you have, I am telling you to, you know, block them and not bring them out. Okay, so this is a lot for both of them, to be honest with you. I feel like the ex Ohani seems to me a little bit, you know, unstable, just in the way that he is writing all of this and putting out these statements. This is not the first time, this is the second time that he's put this out, if I really try to be objective with this. But, you know, J-Lo can't run. That's just the reality of this conversation. This is going to keep creeping up and facing her from either an ex or if not. But next thing you know, you're now in a story with Diddy and Suge Knight. And, you know, you apparently were cheating with Diddy, which to me sounds believable. That, you know, maybe you rushed into that first marriage, which is why it ended in 11 months. You were looking elsewhere. Diddy was a come up for you. And, you know, J-Lo loves a come up. And therefore she took that come up. And, you know, all of this tape stuff that was going on, I do believe does exist, but probably more with Diddy. And she tried to just sue the ex, because it was the ex that wanted to come out with a documentary, not Diddy. And so therefore she prolonged everything with the money that she has, so that when it went to court, he was always stuck in a limbo, and it just put him in stress and money and ordeal. And then it eventually all got dismissed, and, you know, he couldn't do much about it. He doesn't have much money. She clearly does. And so therefore she has the leverage on that. She just didn't want him to come out with any kind of documentary of home movies of their relationship. She just felt like, why would you want to do that? I'm going to put a stop to it. I don't want you coming out with anything with us. So I do believe a tape does exist, but I believe that it's something to do with Diddy, which is why she probably sued Suge Knight, because, you know, Suge was in possession of it. Suge is also saying that, you know, J-Lo was cheating on her current man with Diddy. So, you know, all of it is a mess, but back then she was dealing with it, and back then she was protected, which is why she didn't go down the same route as Cassie and other individuals. But she can't run from this conversation. Any person that's been in Diddy's circle and worked with him, evidently also filing this restraining order against Suge Knight because Diddy did not like Suge Knight and she was with Diddy, all of this will come back to bite you one way or another. And it looks like she has a talking ex that doesn't stop and basically just gives her bad publication and PR 24/7 as far as I'm concerned. You can't get away with this, bro. J-Lo, I'm so sorry. You can't get away with this. She didn't get nominated for a Golden Globe when it came to everything happening with this, you know, movie that she was doing. Unfortunately, it was a good movie. So we'll see if she gets an Oscar nomination, because that's what she's working towards. But, you know, I honestly doubt it. So yeah, this ex-husband has launched another blistering attack on her, accusing her of being a cheater, accusing her of tapes that exist alongside Diddy, bringing up the fact that she was suing Suge Knight, which I didn't even know about, and also for the fact that her mother is also racist, also for the fact that J-Lo tried to put this man in jail, J-Lo was trying to stall this man's life documentary, and etc. Pretty nasty allegations that are coming out against her. And then she's on these podcasts talking about, I don't have any friends, I'm barely close to anyone, I don't have any celebrity friends. And you might wonder why, when she's hanging around people like Diddy at one point of her life, and then, you know, the ex is saying all of this. I don't know, all alleged as far as I'm concerned, but these are the statements that he's coming out with. Messy. Subscribe or comment down below and give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Click that button and join Murad Nation. There's 24/7 content on this channel. The Diddy saga is not ending anytime soon. The documentary has brought out everybody, child. That 50 Cent documentary has brought out everybody to get in their feelings. Everybody. And J-Lo was in that, you know, scene here and there quite a bit. Subscribe and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.